Let's start recording. This recording. Yep. Okay. This is a VOD for who's this guy? This is for AzureZeph28 on Reddit. He is playing Lucio, and this is a gold level match, 2200, I think he said. Oops. Good job. Oh. So he has some plat people on his team, which is nice, but we'll see what's up. Not much else to say here. I had 4 people just pop in when I last streamed. Is this going out to player.me? Is that what's happening? So not too much to talk about in setup. Probably gonna check where you end up standing.
I'm pretty on this map with it.
The Widow pick's a questionable pick. It's not the safest pick, but if he does work, then he does work.
Most sniper players.
It's always hesitant when I see somebody pretty much go Widow right off the bat.
We have Lucio and Anna. Reinhardt Roadhog. You have one combo on this team. So there's that. As for right now, you should just be on speed, because there is absolute no one on your team except for maybe Anna is possibly going to be affected by moving too fast to throw off her aim. Like, so you have your Widow behind you, and then you have Reaper, who doesn't need to aim. Reinhardt doesn't need to aim, and Roadhog only needs the hook and then shotgun to the face, so he can adjust pretty well. And since no one's hurt, you should probably be on speed, so that way your Ana can get her ult, because her ult can defend. Yours can too, but she can build hers up in like half a team fight. So we'll keep going. You should actually by this point have check your tab menu so you can actually see what the entire team is. We could see a Pharah rocket. We know Zarya's there. Roadhog obviously now. But you should have tabbed already just to see who's on the other team. Now, like, you probably only just saw the Zenyatta. Realized there's a Zenyatta on their team because Reaper killed him. You should go back to speed now. Anna's pretty much got it covered. Widow can just deal with things by herself. You should actually be looking at that Pharah that's you forgot that's up on that ledge.
They're in the building, side building.
But it's fine. Nothing wrong right now. This Widow should have killed that Pharah when she was ulted. Your positioning's not bad here. Yeah. Probably should have been closer to your tanks. But it's fine. You're Lucio. You have speed boost. Who cares, right? Oh, that's helpful. Who was that? Your Ana?
Lucio's going around.
Since Ana was like AFK for a sec, you should be healing now. Good job.
Yeah, try to kill Fair if Monkey didn't get me.
Not much to say about that. You were down a couple guys. I don't. You're feeding at this point. You should not have gone in. Unless you come in at a very interesting angle. I mean, like, you had Widow, but you had Widow wall hacks, so you could see where the enemies were, and they were all obviously facing you, coming down the main road. So now that you've died, if they get past the archway, you have made a really big mistake at that point. Yeah, they made it past the archway. Right, not too much you could have done there. Probably have stood a little farther back. Probably should not have woken up the Winston. You should just boost out of spawn, because where the cart is right now, at the very start of every checkpoint, you can get away with speed boosting out of spawn, and you will have your health amp it up ready for by the time when you actually need it. It'll still be on cooldown when you actually get to the fight, but if they needed health by the time you get there, they were probably going to die anyway. Besides, your Ana's still up, so. Interesting death blossom. Yeah, not too much you could have done there. I would have said that you should have died sooner, or died while touching the cart. You were a bit far away, so they got an extra few meters.
I'm trying to aim at her, but I can't kill her when people are shooting me too.
Okay, since the cart's here, let's see. Okay, okay, sound barrier. You baited up. Good job. Yeah, just stay. You should. I like that you're staying on this side of the cart, trying to abuse your boop. Okay, yeah. Now you should be switched to speed. Because your Ana is just shooting down a line now, so it's not like she's gonna miss. Just let her do it, because you need your amp it up more right now. You don't want to use your amp it up, but it's about to be off cooldown now, so it doesn't matter too much. Just be on speed, man. You're not doing anything. No one's dying except for that Reaper. Yeah, you're not gonna push a Winston down there. Okay, when you do that sound barrier in that situation, since you were trying to be aggressive, switch to speed, man. You need to just kill things. And if you killed things when you were when that earth shatter went down, you would have probably at least killed one person with it, because I don't think anyone died from that earth shatter. Yeah, a pretty good game though. Nothing out of the nothing really to point out. You're except for like a couple instances where I thought it was really weird that you jumped in. Your positioning was not too bad. Maybe a little bit more speed boost. Oh, attack Symmetra? That's exactly what you want from the team. You did a pretty good job on keeping all your teammates in sight. That Widow did pretty much throw the first point, admittedly. Like, she couldn't kill Pharah, which is unacceptable for a Widow. Since Zen is your other secondary sport, you can afford to stay on heal a little bit more, since Zen can't heal as much as Ana can. Yeah, I would actually eat those. Since you're sitting next to a health pack, I would actually eat the Symmetra balls, just so that way you can heal yourself. But only when you have amped it up, of course. There we go. Now go. Heal yourself up. And then switch to speed. Like, you can use... That was a pretty fast...
Down, push in, push in.
Switch to speed. Everyone's healed up. Well, until you got shot in the face by Reaper. Everyone was healed up, so there was no reason for you to not be on speed. Because speed protects you just as much as it helps you attack. Switch to speed. You should be switched to speed when you have a nano boosted Reaper who doesn't have ult is chasing you. It's not like your passive healing is going to heal out heal a Reaper shotgun, so you should use speed more. And now you're doing the glory of Lucio, just standing on the payload. Good job. Just start burning down Reinhardt's shield, that's fine. You should have pressed tab. You need to press tab a little bit more. Yeah, you should have seen that coming, by the way. Like, you should actually hang back at that point, because that's a very... you actually saw earlier that Pharah was in that upper hallway, in the upper left. And she was battling someone, but she ran away. She didn't actually beat whoever it was. I hope you do not use sound barrier here. Okay, yeah. Okay, okay, use of sound barrier. Just confirm the point. Your team's doing well. Stick with your team. Stick with your team. You have Zen ult. Just stick with your team. Like, there's no problems. You can't die. They don't have a combo anymore that can kill you. So, just stick with your team when Zen ult comes out. Okay, you should probably know that Mercy ult is here, so you should not be touching the payload. Reaper ult should be coming up in maybe the next 30 seconds. Oh. There it is. Somehow you didn't die. He missed you, but he went for the Zenyatta, so that's still pretty much a wash. Just back off. Respect their space. You lost this. Yeah, you guys should just back off. Especially that Winston. He's playing around the health pack now, but... you did not press tab there, so you... Well, you could have figured out how many people were around you, but your team was not set up. And I don't think you actually know which ults are up right now. You need to use tab more as Lucio. Guys got lucky there. This Pharaoh's gonna mess up, not contest. So, congratulations. Team did a solid push though. Got a good, pretty good time.
Or maybe a Torb. We need to hold for 1 minute.
Yeah, hold for 1 minute. You guys need a Mei. But Winston's actually a pretty bad choice in this team comp. Mostly because there's no one to heal him fast enough, so he'll be out of the game for a long time. Because Zen has to heal other people. But he has to monopolize a lot of the health packs. In my opinion, Winston's a pretty crap tank on defense. Miro gets away with it because they usually run an Ana and a Symmetra.
They have a Widow.
Ooh, risky. You stood still for a while, man. Your Mei threw a wall down at the wrong time.
They have a tracer that snuck around the back.
That's okay. See what I mean about this Winston? He's at half health now. Free ult charge, I guess, but, like, I'll be using that on Mei right now. It's okay. This Bastion's not doing enough to warrant a Bastion pick, but you've already lost 2. Sometimes you should just focus on surviving more than protecting your team. So you should have had speed on, just so you can maneuver around a little bit. You might have wanted to go through the indoor section of that, but it's okay.
I'm gonna back up.
Yeah, help with the
I
healing.
gotta go for this health potion.
Good. Could you help the Pharaoh?
This is what happens when you don't have a strong enough healer. Don't jump into the graviton, please. Yeah, that Bastion, I don't know what he's doing. Is that the one who was playing Widow earlier?
Yeah, the Bastion's not helping at this point.
No, he just went in way too late. He should have been going in while everyone was distracted with the big pinata that is, come on, get the big pinata that was, the graviton. That Tracer misplayed a little bit there. She should have stolen the health pack from you, but okay.
Hey, Winston, focus on the Tracer.
When the graviton was happening though, your once the second ult, I think it was Pharah's Justice Reigns from above. You probably should have just left already. Switch to speed. You guys just need to group up at this point. I mean, Bastion's not too bad of a choice. I think that was you talking about the Bastion in the video. Bastion's not too bad of a choice. Honestly, your Mei through a little bit, because Mei should have just team wiped them on the cart by throwing her ult out, and I don't remember her throwing her ult out. Again, you need to be able, since you're playing Lucio, you're the shot caller. You get to shot call a lot of stuff. So you need to stay on oh my god, Bastion main. You need to know what ults are up on your team more. Because once the enemy team's on overtime, you just need to push them off the cart. Be it like bowling pin style, like with a Reinhardt charge,
just in case they have Mei.
or a Mei ult. Was this you who suggested to go on this side because in case there's a Mei? It doesn't really matter though, because you have so much time. You have 3:35 at this point, so it doesn't matter too much if you're if you get blocked off by Mei on the first point. Mei's probably not even there because it's not an efficient use of her wall. She'll probably block the actual choke point instead of the doors. You guys playing Winston again, but you don't have a Ana, so it's a bit tough. Life's tough, man. Yeah, stop going back into the choke. Just hang out behind the statue. Let's see. Because if you're... Let's see if I can point this out. So if you're standing... Let's see. I need to make the pen, my marker size bigger. So you're standing here. Whoa, that's way too big. Okay, so you're standing here, right? Like, the entire point of getting past this choke is so that way you can get through and have a strategic advantage by being able to go in here. You can go indoors. You can go around. Oops. You can go around the statue. You can go up the stairs. By the fact that you keep going behind this choke is making it... You're making it harder to to even dive. Like, you can't even take a pick. If you get a pick, you'll still have to go past this Reinhardt shield. So there's no point in standing back here if you can get through. They don't even have a Mei at this point. So if you can just get past this choke, you should be fine. You should actually just be standing here, like right behind the statue. It provides the same amount of protection, and there's literally no one on the enemy team that we have seen so far that can actually kill you by standing behind the door right here, or behind the statue. Because in the fight that just happened, everyone else was pushed away. There shouldn't be any reason your team can't be standing here. If you should be telling your team to go stand behind the statue. You have just way more options by standing behind the statue. It's not even that bad of a choice because there's a health pack within the statue. There's a health pack up the stairs behind there. There's a health pack indoors that you can try. They kind of ran a Symmetra last time, so this health pack might actually be a bit dangerous, but it's still there. It's an option that you can take rather than standing behind the choke. So, alright, let's continue. There you go. Now you're standing where you need to be. Your Pharah's doing some interesting plays. Switch to speed. You need to switch to speed so you can do stuff. See, I like that you're trying to incorporate switching to speed, but you're only switching to speed for maybe half a second, and then you switch it back to healing because you're like, oh no, I need to heal. You should be checking your tab right now, so that you would know Reinhardt has his ult by now. Playing a bit aggressive, you need to be standing. If you're just gonna go heal spec Lucio, you should be standing away, but you should still be seeing your entire team. So at this point, you should die fast. Die fast. Soldier is throwing. He should hide or die. He needs to die now. You were trying to shot call earlier. You should try just... switch to speed. Like, in situations where you know you can't die except for getting sniped in the head by a Hanzo or a Widow, which the other enemy team doesn't have, you should just be on speed. When you know no one can die. So that's like when Zenyatta ults on. Something like that. Or when you just first have your sound barrier used. There's no way anyone can die. And if they do die in the first second of your ult, they were going to die anyway. There was no way they were going to survive that. So Use your speed boost, man. Though you weren't never gonna make it, but you never use your speed boost out of spawn. You just let it. You just pass. You just walk passively. Anyway, it was okay. You were okay. Like, you didn't do too much wrong, but you could do a bit better. There's no harm in just using speed boost. Like, you need to just go into a quick play and just, or a group with some friends, and just try to see how much speed boost you can get away with if you have an Ana or a Mercy as your second healer. So that way you know how much, like, there were times that people were running away, but they couldn't confirm the kill because they couldn't chase. Let's see.
I'm gonna back up.
Like, was that you who said that?
I'm gonna back up.
No, that was the Bastion. As Lucy, if you could, you should shot call, because mechanically there isn't too much Lucio needs to do. Like, he doesn't need to aim like, he's not a DPS. He doesn't need to aim like McCree or Ana. Lucio just kind of sits there and tries to charge up his ult fast. So, yeah, it's worth at least trying to shot call and trying to shepherd your team to victory. All right. So that's that.